Welcome back, Black man. What's up? Today we're going to talk a little bit about what we can do to prevent issues with the prostate as best we can, or at least to be cognizant and aware of how we can take care of our prostate before we get to a situation that we don't want to get into. So I have in my hand here a lacrosse ball. You can also use a tennis ball. And essentially what I use this lacrosse ball for is to externally massage my prostate. And I'm going to demonstrate that here. Basically, I don't put all of my weight on this ball, but in between the rectum and the scrotum, I let this ball rest and move forward, backward and forward they recommend 3 minutes every day. And what I've noticed is I don't have many issues with waking up to go to the restroom at night anymore. And the reason for that, I believe, is because the prostate isn't restricting the flow of urine and I'm emptying my bladder. So what this will essentially do is allow the fluid that the prostate gland absorbs, allow that to kind of be massaged out of the gland, if I'm not mistaken. So this is how I typically do this. I'm usually sitting at a desk, so I can also rest some of my weight on that desk. Here I'll be just sitting, showing you with the chair, and I'm going to use the chair itself to relieve myself from some of the weight sitting directly just on the ball. Or you can lean forward. I'm leaning forward right now, and I just have it in position, and I basically just roll backward and forward like this. And of course, it's an external thing. There are other types of massages out there, or devices out there is what I'm trying to say, to massage this area. And you don't have to spend a whole significant amount of time doing this. And you'll eventually, while you're doing it, such as what I'm doing now, you can't really tell if you're getting a benefit. And it's not a feeling that's natural. So just do this for, if it's your first time doing it, do it for 30 seconds, and maybe get up to 1 minute. And you can just kind of lean forward. Most of my weight is resting at the front edge of this chair, and it's not too painful. And depending on how your chair is seated, this particular chair rises in the front. So if I were to sit back and the ball, you can probably see it is further up, I'm really not sitting on the ball. It's just kind of under my private parts. So this is something that I just started doing this year. And as we age, they say you should probably start checking your PSA levels in your 40s. But if you know that prostate cancer or issues of the prostate runs in your family, I would advise starting to get your PSA levels checked in your 30s, because they can check it with your blood, and that's not invasive. And if you get a high reading, then you're at least aware. So if you're already getting your blood checked just to ensure your cholesterol is where it needs to be, or your uric acid, whatever other things you might be concerned with, it usually shouldn't cost much more to have your PSA level checked. And the investment of a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball is much less than the cost it would take to have to go through even just a physical exam. So add this healthy habit to your list of things to do, or at least consider it. Even if you're not ready to use it get the ball, lacrosse or tennis ball, just have it present, have it there. And if you're having a hard time just emptying your bladder, you don't even have to have many other issues. Many times that's due to an enlarged prostate. And as the prostate continues to grow in size, I want to say it's urethra, becomes more restricted, causing issues with us fully emptying our bladders. And then that leads to intermittent spurts when you're urinating, or a slower stream. Your stream isn't as powerful, and you can feel that you still have fluid in your body, but it's just moving at a very slow rate. So take the time, invest in your health, invest in yourself, and don't ignore the signs. Listen to your body. Your body is telling you something. All right, appreciate you. Peace.